Morning, everybody. So this week we're going to cover the chapter area, which is on page 126 of your book. All right. So area, just a quick recap on what area is. Area is the size covered by a 2D shape. So let's say if you're putting down wood on the floor of a hall, let's say, the wood would be the area of the wood would be how much wood you would need to put to cover that hall. Okay, so same with wallpaper. If you were covering a wall of wallpaper, that area that you would be covering, this is your wall, let's say, right? This is your wall. Okay, so the area would be the amount of wallpaper you would need to cover that. Okay, all right. Now, just to recap, you learned this in 5th class, but I'm just going to go with it again. Area equals L multiplied by W, which means area equals length multiplied by width. That's how you find it. You multiply the length by the width, and that tells you the area. All right. So just to recap on it, like you used to learn back in 5th class, let's say I had square meters, because it's measured in squared centimeters, square meters. We'll say for the sake of this that this is a wall and this is a meter square. Okay, so each way around this square is 1 meter. Okay, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter. That's a square meter. Okay, so and let's say this is our wall. So we have 1, 2, 3 meters this way and 1, 2 meters this way. Okay, so the answer, the area is length multiplied by the width. So it's 3 multiplied by 2, and the answer is 6 meters. Now it's important you put the square up. That tells you that it's area when there's a square on it there. Okay, so with that in mind, we're going to look at more trickier ones here. All right, so up here, what you do when you have an irregular shape like that, okay, what do you do? Well, the idea is that you divide it into 3 regular shapes. You make it as regular as possible. Okay, so there's 1 rectangle, there's 2 rectangles, there's 3 rectangles. Okay, now some of those measurements now you don't know, because you only knew this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So how do we find the other ones? That's the next thing that you do. You go and you work it out. So let's see. You kind of understand that if you made this a full one, what would be the shape? So this is 8 here. So then it would stand to reason that this would be 8 here. Okay, so this one and this one are the same length, so you can write that in. Now, what about the smaller ones here? How do we work this one out? Well, we know that the top here is 3 centimeters. We know that the full length of the shape is 8 centimeters. So there we could work out this is 5 centimeters. All right. And the same for this. This is also 5 centimeters. So the two of those are 5 centimeters, and that's 8. We need to find those in order to work out the area of each rectangle, which is our next step. Our next step then is you work out the area of each. So here it would be 2 multiplied by 8, which is 16. Here it would be 3 multiplied by 5, which is 15. And here it would be 4 multiplied by 8. So 4 8s are 32 centimeters. So this is all centimeters. So there are the actual areas written into it. 32 centimeters, 15 centimeters, and 16 centimeters. We've worked those out. Now what we do to get the area of the full irregular shape, you add those areas together. So there we have 32, 15, 16, and that works out as 63 centimeters. So let's look at question 1. I'll do question 1 with you. Okay, so we have 7 centimeters. I'm just going to draw it out on my little board as well. Okay, so we have 7 centimeters up here. We have 10 centimeters down here. We don't know the one at the bottom. We have 5 centimeters here. We have 3 centimeters here. And that's all we know, isn't it? Okay, so that's all we know. So what you do is you make it into 2 regular rectangles. Okay, I'm going to bring back the zoom a little bit. Okay, so we have, there's 2 right now. That should be straight down. Okay, okay. So here we go. Now we could find the area of No, we can't. We can't find the area of any of them yet because we have to find out what the individual amounts are. So this is 7 across, but we only need to find out how much this is and this is. This is easy because it's 3 there. So we know that that is 3 there. So what should this be now? So it's 7 take away 3, which is 4 centimeters there. Okay. Now we have the length of here, but we don't have the length of here. Now we know that this is 5 centimeters and we know that this is 10. So it stands to reason that if we were to divide this up 5 and 5. Okay. So to find the area of this, 3 5s are 15 centimeters squared. The area of this is 4 by 10, which is 40 centimeters. So 40 plus 15 is 55 centimeters squared. Don't forget the squared, guys. So what I want you to do, I'm going to just maybe break up those with you where would be realistic. There maybe. There would be good. And there. So you have 3 there. Over here you have rectangle and rectangle. Those 3 and that one there. So there's 4 there. The last one you can work out yourself. Okay? So work away on those today, guys. Remember your area equals length multiplied by width, and don't forget to add all your areas together in the end. Okay, and let's see how you get on. Now you can do the challenge as well if you want, depending on how you feel. Just work away at what you can. Give that method a little bit of practice, and then I'll talk to you tomorrow. Slán.